This is a story about how the city attorney produced an opinion for the wrong road. This is a plat book. It is volume 100 of plats in King County. This is where property records live and are recorded. This is page 33. It contains the CC&Rs where road dedications, utility easements, and other conditions are recorded in the county. There are many copies available of the original documents, some even more clear than the original. This is a copy of page 33 that Phoenix Development submitted to the City of Woodinville with their 2004 development agreement. Wow, they must have copied that many times. How could the city ever read that? They must really trust Phoenix. This is page 34. It contains the survey map illustrating all the language found on page 33, such as road dedications, utility easements, and other conditions that are recorded in the county. The western leg of the dedicated street is labeled Northeast 204th Street. The eastern leg of the dedicated street is labeled Northeast 205th Street. The south border of the Huso property aligns with the north border of Northeast 205th Street. The house is located on the east half of Huso's property, and their shop is located on the west half. The shop driveway accesses Northeast 205th Street at the south border of the Huso property. See? In the spring of 2007, when the public road dedication was brought to the city's attention, then Deputy Mayor Hank Stecker directed the city attorney to produce a formal legal opinion on whether a public right-of-way exists in the vicinity of Northeast 204th Street. Let's take a listen, shall we?
Deputy Mayor Stecker?
During a recent public comment period, Susan Huso brought to the council's attention an issue concerning a possible public right-of-way being blocked in the vicinity of Northeast 204th Street. I've discussed this issue with Mr. Leahy, who has indicated that it is the opinion of the staff that there is no public right-of-way in that area. This would appear to be a legal issue that requires a legal opinion. I'd like to request a formal written legal opinion from the city attorney concerning this issue. That legal opinion should specifically address the language of Summers Edition plot recorded in 1976, which states in part, quote, "We, the undersigned owners, in fee simple of the land hereby platted, hereby declare this plat dedicated to the use of the public forever all streets and avenues shown thereon, and the use thereof for all public purposes not inconsistent with the use thereof for public highway purposes," end quote. That legal opinion should also address the allegations of the complaint in the lawsuit, which was apparently been filed by Ms. Huso concerning this matter under King County Superior Court cause number 07-2-15983-5 SEA, which, as I understand, it seeks a declaratory judgment establishing that a public right-of-way exists in that area between Northeast 204th Street and 156th Avenue Northeast. That's it.
That's it.
That directive was done June 4th, 2007 during Councilman's comments, just before adjournment, and there was no head nod, no discussion, and no vote. On June 25th, 2007, Ogden, Murphy, and Wallace produced the following opinion. This opinion was kept secret from the public under the guise of the Open Public Meetings Act executive session. Outside chambers, numerous members of the public were vigorously disclosed to that Ogden, Murphy, and Wallace had completed a negative right-of-way opinion. content of these still secret documents were disclosed to plaintiffs Huso and their attorney Mike Dowd. Shortly after, apparently during executive session, the Woodinville City Council requested a second opinion from an outside law firm, Demco. Demco is a well-established law firm who has numerous large clients, one of which is Windermere Real Estate, where Mr. Stecker has an in-house office to write mortgages. Demco's opinion was positive for a public right-of-way, but introduced an argument that it might matter what the platters intended prior to the recording of the 1976 subdivision. A rather odd suggestion, given there doesn't appear to be any statutes in Washington state that would support that position. Are there laws that define dedicated easements? Yes, there are. RCW 6404175. Easements established by dedication are property rights that cannot be extinguished or altered without the approval of the easement owner or owners, unless the plat or other document creating the dedicated easement provides for an alternative method or methods to extinguish or alter the easement. At the August 20th, 2007 City Council meeting, both Deputy Mayor Stecker and Councilman Price advocated that the Ogden-Murphy-Wallace opinion was flawed and should not be released. It was rather confusing to track Mr. Stecker's position on this.
So that motion passes. We'll move on to item 9A, legal opinion. Deputy Mayor Stecker, would you like to address the issue?
Yeah, we had a legal opinion from the Demco firm pertaining to a right-of-way dedication at Summers Addition. It's also known as 204 205th Street. It's on the west flank of 150th. So it's Gateway 156th Avenue Northeast. Due to some discussion that was going on previously, that's been kept privy to council, and I'd like to make a motion to release it to the public.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to release a legal opinion by Demco to the public. Is there any discussion? Councilmember Price?
There's been a great request by the public to release this. I think that it's in the city's interest to get this out there for both the city and the public. I think the public should have a good understanding of what this report says. I think there's been some other representation by maybe other members of the staff that maybe are contradictory to this, and so I think all the information should be out there so that the city stance can be understood and any questions about this can be understood, because I just think it's very relevant and it's open and honest government to our citizens.
Councilmember Leonard?
Point of order.